Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in 3, 2, 1.
On the troll.
Amber.
On the troll.
Yes, hello and welcome to Mzansi. We're back. It is that time of the night where we go step by step, breaking down whatever that we can, and we are using public information. That's what we are doing.
Oh, yes.
Just letting you know as to what is happening in your country, what is happening around you, maybe prepare you somewhere, somehow. Right, so we are here. Greetings. And again, I would like to categorically thank all the members, more especially for this month. You know, you guys are coming through. Thank you. Guys, you can join membership to support the channel. We have trying times where we really struggled. Where, we were sick. There were days where we were absent. We appreciate your presence.
I got better, Mr. Anonymous got sick.
Yes. We appreciate you, the support that you give the channel. That's why even when we are sick, we are not yet well, we just come so that you know that we haven't deserted you. We appreciate you, the support you're giving, watching videos, watching and going through the adverts, which are very painful sometimes, but unfortunately this is part of YouTube. And obviously you can decide to go through the premium YouTube, where you won't find any adverts. But instead of that, some of you decide to join Mzansi Reality and become members, in a sense saying that we will come through when you guys are coming short, when you cannot buy electricity, when you cannot do anything, you cannot rent for that place, we will come through. We appreciate that. We appreciate our members such as Yoshau, Sibiya, and many more, Yolora. There are many members. I can't finish you, but as time goes on, obviously you guys are going to come. You are going to show yourself here on the chat. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. We'll take this moment to just say thank you.
Yes.
Magwande. May your pockets never run dry.
It's times like this where you really realize that having you guys or without you would have maybe given up.
Yeah.
Times like this, because we wouldn't have electricity, we wouldn't have the rent money, because we're using this place and we're renting this place.
It's quieter.
It's not our place, it's more quieter.
It's more quieter
than where we come from. Right. That being said, and we also come here to work sometimes. I also come here to work with my soldier, which is still around. Unfortunately, I'm just warning you in advance. I don't want you to say that I didn't warn you. With my soldier is still around. In case, don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Emily, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. It's been a roller coaster ride.
This month has been a very difficult month of sickness.
It has been
difficult. Thank you very much again.
Yes, but I'm doing better now, you guys, and I'm adjusting. I'm coming back slowly. So yes, today we're going to talk about General Sibiya, Lieutenant General Sibiya, and the battle that is happening there at the Pretoria High Court between himself and his senior, the National Commissioner, General Fannie Masemola. Now they're battling it out at court because Sibiya wants to go back to work, and he's claiming that his leave has been unfair and he's being made a scapegoat. Hey Guningi, there's a lot of things that he's saying in his response affidavit, because recall that the last time Fannie Masemola had responded to his application, or rather his order to say that he must return back to work, and he gave various reasons as to why he cannot and he needs to stand down. He spoke something about him being close with his co-workers, and that might be unfair when it comes to him being investigated and stuff like that. And also he also mentioned him being an insubordinate, not really listening to his instructions and going above him and doing things above him. So General Sibiya responded to those claims, and we're going to go through them today, word for word, bit by bit.
Great news. That's great news. I just want to hear how much of a blame is going to be given to some people.
We're going to dissect it. So Sibiya is claiming that they are making him a scapegoat in his response to Masemola's affidavit in his case there at the Pretoria High Court challenging his suspension. Shadrack Sibiya, number one, alleges that he's being scapegoated following a suspension ordered by Police Chief Fannie Masemola. Number two, he claims meddling from top brass led to the dismantling of the task team investigating political killings. Number three, in papers responding to Masemola, Sibiya disputes misconduct and claims and challenges his suspensions. So the embattled Deputy Police Commissioner, remember at the time that he made this decision, or rather he executed this instruction, because remember the last time he said that it came from above. It's an instruction that came from above, and he just executed it. He's saying that at the time he was the deputy commissioner for crime detection. Shadrack Sibiya says that he is being made a scapegoat. Shadrack Sibiya,
By who? Because if the person that she claims that this instruction came from, and then is denouncing that, saying that I was on leave, I never gave such instruction. In fact, I was still thinking about it. Who then is making you a scapegoat? Is it political, or is it coming from your office, which you should have listened to, in my opinion?
Or is it coming from the minister's office?
Who is making you a scapegoat? That would be interesting for me, because it doesn't say anything when you are just generally saying that you are being made a scapegoat. By who? But let's hear.
Well, Shadrack Sibiya has launched a scathing legal challenge against National Commissioner Fannie Masemola, claiming a disciplinary process and suspension order is unlawful, biased, and inconsistent. Last month, KwaZulu-Natal Top Cop Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi implicated Sibiya in allegations of wide-scale capture of the country's criminal justice system, charging that his political killings task team was disbanded on the back of meddling from executive, with some 121 case dockets taken away from the unit on Sibiya's instructions and left to gather dust at the head office. National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola has since ordered Sibiya to stay at home pending an investigation, but Sibiya claims his decision lacks legal foundation and proper authority.
He is not fired.
Exactly.
He's just being requested to excuse himself from the activities of SAPS in the meantime while the investigation proceeds. Then upon being exonerated, then you'll be called back. And in my opinion, in my thinking, is that you are still getting paid. There is nothing wrong, actually, that there is nothing that is affecting you negatively that could make you itch to that point where a court would then be compelled to rule and say this person is suffering 1, 2, 3, other than just a good rest and a good leave that you can hardly get, because we are talking about months and months of leaves.
And he's finding it difficult to let the investigation go on and just let the process take. He's struggling.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, if you really have nothing to fear, as you have been claiming, why then would you push for you to go back? If now I was to be given a leave of a year at work, would I refuse that if it pays me? No way. I would never refuse that. I would never refuse that.
And also, I'm now thinking back to the testimony that we had in court when it comes to Senzo Meiwa's trial regarding Zungu's statement, where Zungu even testified on the stand that there was a meeting that happened where they were discussing Senzo's case. Remember, at Tembisa police station, and he was there. And at the time, Ramusipili intimated and put on the record that actually he was suspended as well from the Hawks around that time. And he was there. He's yet to go to court, and whether dispute or whatever, that's if he even makes it to court. If he was to go to court,
if he's ever going to go to court, which by no means I think the defense should call him. They shouldn't. Because, why the states decided not to call him
when there's so much, he's spoken about quite a lot. It's quite an important puzzle.
Yes. If they are disputing that theory, then they should have called him. But in any case, the theory then can run. The defense does not need to prove anything. Let's press the like button. Can we just move with the numbers that we have now? Simultaneously, as the views are increasing, can the likes also increase? We appreciate you in advance in that department. We trust you that you're gonna do that. We trust you guys.
I know you feel that they don't make a difference, but they make a difference.
No, they do
a
lot of difference to us. They do. We appreciate you guys.
So yes, and another thing that he's saying here, claiming that this decision that General Fannie Masemola did, it lacks legal foundation. What does he mean it lacks legal foundation?
In my thinking is that there could be a wrongdoing from Masimula's side in terms of labor law, I think. He's thinking that he's got the ground to appeal this. He feels that if he goes and if he goes and takes this to court, he will be reinstated back. Not reinstated because it's not taken off in any case. He's just given leave, which there is nothing wrong with that.
And he's saying it also lacks proper authority. What does he mean by this?
It sounds like he's undermining the authority of the commissioner when it comes to him. I think he is of the view that maybe the minister should have been the one who authorized this. I don't know, but it seems as if that's what he's saying. Basically that's how I interpret when you say it lacks what? Authority. So that means you are not authorized to actually do that. You are not authorized to put someone on leave as their boss. It's like I almost said something that could have compromised me. It's like when the CEO gives you the leave and say take the leave, which these days it happens where they force you sometimes to take the leave because of the South African laws that have to, and then you say no, I cannot do that. Well, in the private companies, normally you forfeit those leave days when you reach a certain number. It does happen. I don't know whether it's legal or not. I don't think it's legal, but it does happen.
They give you a certain number of days.
Yeah, so I think that's where he is coming from.
Okay. When he says proper authority though, I'm like, it sounds like
Yes. Insubordinate.
And considering Fannie Masemola's affidavit in response to his order and application, he did speak of such, mitigated such, that there's insubordination. The words like this in the application are also not helping,
Yeah, they are not. They are not.
So he has now responded with an urgent court bid to have that order overturned and for him to return to work, in which he maintains that he was simply following orders. Now, he says in his affidavit, and I
It seems to me someone is throwing the whole process in the doorstep of the minister now. It seems to me
it's like a change.
Something has come to give a bit of light that maybe the decision couldn't have been the decision that should have been taken by me on an instruction of the minister. Maybe then the part of a scapegoat comes from that direction.
Okay.
Someone is raising his hand saying, I'm clean.
I'm being scapegoated. And now,
then the next question
I was just
is,
following orders.
As a senior seasoned police, you do not know the rules when it comes to politicians and police. Is that what you want to say to us as a deputy commissioner who's waiting at some point to be a commissioner himself, national commissioner? Are you saying you do not understand? You cannot separate the powers at play? Is that? I mean, you can't. You've got to give this to juniors, not to you.
It can't be him.
He's too senior. He's too senior. He's been through a lot. He's been at some point suspended, went and appealed. You have done a lot to understand exactly what is going on. I mean, at this point in time, it doesn't fly with me.
Well, in his affidavit, it is written, the instructions regarding the task team were issued to the National Commissioner by the Minister of Police.
Here we go. This is where now we are at. Press the like button. Right, here we go. Now, were issued to the National Commissioner when you were sitting on that chair. So you were just doing what you thought is right for a national commissioner. But what made you then say the national commissioner gave you that mandate?
It was leave. He acted like he's the national commissioner forever.
So you spoke to yourself. You gave yourself that command.
He said, the minister is saying this. Let me do it. No thought came to his mind that I am holding this position for someone for a month. They're going to come back. Why don't I pick up the phone and at least call them or pause this until they come back? Because it's a huge task.
I think the time for throwing each other under the bus is here, in my opinion. We definitely are going to hear from the minister's side, which I doubt it might come to that point. If it comes to that point where a minister has to explain, I don't think the minister will be going to that direction also, because I probably don't think there were emails that were exchanged of such a mandate. When they do such things, they don't
remember even the minister at some point denied issuing such an instruction. And then at the press briefing of General Mkwanazi, Brown Mohotsi now, in the SMSs and the WhatsApp messages.
So we are at that stage now as to who did what, who is responsible, what, we are just pointing at each other now. That's where we are at. Who exactly
this
took the
instruction
decision?
From?
I think that's where we are at now.
Well, he in turn conveyed the instruction to me in January 2025, end quote. So he's saying that this instruction was conveyed to him in January 2025, not specific about the specific day or date. Sibiya said that in the founding papers, Masemola has however denied this, and in his replying papers that we went through on the last live, I think it was the day before yesterday, I don't quite remember, charged that Sibiya had gone rogue. Remember, he had said that Sibiya had acted in a manner that did not respect his position. So Sibiya also accused Masemola of relying on untested allegations that came from a single source in a media briefing. Masemola, however, said that the pretending process was centered on Sibiya allegedly having ignored his orders with Mkwanazi's claims, a separate issue to be investigated and dealt with on their own merits and in an appropriate forum.
Yes.
So in new court papers filed on Tuesday night, that's literally yesterday. It was yesterday night, not yesterday night. So literally, it was filed, and Sibiya shot back that he was being scapegoated. Okay? He said, and I quote, "The belated allegation that I committed misconduct by issuing a sanctioned instruction for the withdrawal of the dockets, and even more recent allegations that I refused to comply with the National Commissioner's instructions, are all efforts to scapegoat me in light of the allegations that have since been made by the SAPS KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner in his media briefing."
I don't understand. I feel like Sibiya is caught into two places.
Okay.
On the other side is debunking Mkonas, who then, if you look at what Sibiya says further in terms of Fannie Masimula and the direction in which should have been given by Fannie Masimula, it is exactly what Mkwanazi said. So you can fight both of them and not look wrong, in my opinion. You can fight Mkwanazi for telling what he told, and now you are answering to that also, those directions and who gave directions, and then you come this side and you say you are also fighting Fannie Masimula at the same time. You've got to pick your fight with one person. It's either you fight with Fannie Masemola and say, no, you gave me that instruction. No, I'm not going rogue. No, I'm not, fight with that person alone. You can't fight with both of them. You can't. Because if you fight with Mkwanazi, you come back to Fannie Masemola, then you affirm also what Mkwanazi says. That who looks stupid here, don't you?
And he's yet to fight with Mkwanazi at the courts. Remember, he said he's gonna sue him for defamation.
Yes, but it seems as if he is confirming some of the things that Mkwanazi said.
Sibiya has also accused Masemola of issuing him a disguised suspension in breach of the police's discipline regulations. He's calling it a disguised suspension.
He's given leave, right?
But he sit at home.
Yes.
So to him, that's a suspension. And the fact that they don't want to admit that it's a suspension, he's now calling it a disguised suspension.
So now he has realized that it hasn't been pronounced as such. Now he's putting his weights as a disguised suspension.
Ngakhumbula disguised extradition with Nandipa Magudumar. Disguised deportation. It's we are good.
Yes. We are from far, Shane. We are from far.
So yes, in breach of the police's discipline regulations. So according to the discipline regulations, this disguised suspension is not there. it's in breach of the police discipline regulations. You're not supposed to give someone a disguised suspension.
Even if it was a suspension, let's say it was a suspension.
I feel like they're being too kind.
You look at the definition of a suspension.
Okay.
A suspension is when an employer temporarily removes you on an employee duty from employee duty, usually pending the outcome of a disciplinary hearing or investigation. Key features are not a termination. First of all, you are not terminated.
No, you're not fired.
The employee is still employed.
Yes.
With or without the pay.
Him, I don't think it's without pay.
I don't think so too. So
He still
precautionary
has his pay.
suspension before hearing is normally with pay. So I think that is what he belongs to. So it's not punitive. Punitive suspension is a sanction after a hearing. After a hearing, maybe without pay. In this case, because he has not been found guilty, or there is no evidence at this point in time that says he is guilty, then he belongs to a precautionary suspension. The purpose is to prevent interference with investigations, protect workplace integrity, or maintain safety.
Okay.
Do you now understand?
I understand.
Now, leave, a forced leave, is when an employer compels an employee to use their annual leave days. In this case, that's not the case. So it's okay. It can be called then a suspension.
Okay. It's still a suspension. I feel like they were too kind and didn't want to be mean or make him upset. They just decided to omit the word suspension out. But if he wants it to be called that, then bala lapo legal representatives of Fannie that he's suspended with pay.
Yes,
pending,
it's a precautionary suspension.
Yes, pending the local.
Pending the investigation.
Exactly.
Then we can go to punitive if need be.
Because this is like a yo-yo. It's like a back and forth. It's like we've been covering this whole case and it's just like back and forth, back and forth. It's like we're going nowhere. So Masemola previously said that this was not the case and that he had simply ordered Sibiya to stay at home. This is to ensure that Sibiya, who is a high-ranking deputy national commissioner, was not present in his office while the preliminary investigation took place, which is what he wrote in his affidavit. But I feel like he should just call it a suspension once and for all, because this back and forth is really tiring and exhausting. Masemola added that it would not have been possible to do such a preliminary investigation while Sibiya was in office. So as many of the witnesses reported directly to him and would be intimidated by his mere presence in the office not to participate. I mean, we just went through an article where his colleague is being described to have compiled a report under your instruction, and it's in the media. So based on that alone, I just feel like a lot is going on in your office, sir.
It was a called for decision to say, move away a bit from the situation. Let us handle this. Let us go through the process of investigating. You will then be taking your position upon finishing this if you are not found wandering. Simple as that. What is the issue with that? Guys, let's press the like button, please. I request the likes on this site. It's 254 people. We only have 145. Let's press the like button for those who haven't pressed it. Those who are using two gadgets, please press the like button and join the membership if you can. Thank you. We appreciate you.
So, however, Sibiya said that the purported distinction is artificial, disingenuous, and in any event futile. Useless, in other words. So it is artificial and disingenuous because the plain meaning.
So it is engineered.
That's what he's saying. He's saying it's because meaning of a precautionary suspension entails that an employee must stay at home pending investigation.
Okay.
Indeed, the National Commissioner does not explain the substantive difference between the two phrases. If he is not simply making a play on semantics, he added. Just tell him it's a suspension, Fannie Masemola. You tried.
Yeah, put it
just put it
to a
on
level of
writing. It's a
precautionary. Suspension.
Precautionary, pending the investigation. Because this is really, this is a lot. So the distinction is also futile because it does not cure the unlawfulness of the decision. So he's calling this...
what is a... Please explain unlawfulness for me when it comes to this suspension. That's basically, I don't know. I think if you go further, you're probably going to give us that part.
There are very serious allegations that General Mkhwanazi made, right? Because of those allegations, it's why you have been instructed to go and sit at home and not come to work.
Yes.
Now, this whole thing that is happening, it's like you are challenging the, maybe one would say, the gentle instruction. They didn't want to tell you that you are suspended. You would have preferred being told that you are suspended. I get that, okay. But then now, hey, kunzima, because what now? Because even when it continues, he said, even if this court were to accept that the instruction to stay at home does not constitute a precautionary suspension, it would remain unlawful and a breach of my employment contract because it is not sanctioned by any law, the discipline regulation, or the employment contract. Now he's calling forth for him to attend a disciplinary hearing.
So the part in where a precautionary suspension can be unlawful, it's when it's not, there's no fair reason. In this case, if, for example, there is no justifiable basis of suspension, e.g., no risk of interference or no treat to workplace, it may be unfair.
No threat.
No threat to
the
workplace. Yes, the employer must have a rational reason, not just suspicion. In this case, do you understand? You have acted, so there is a proof of acting, right?
Yes.
In my opinion, you have acted. You have disbanded. Yes. Lack of procedural fairness. The employee must be given an opportunity to be heard. In this case, there is a commission that has already been created.
Yeah, instead of
at least to make the representations before being suspended. So in this case, you have been given that because in any case, they within the internal structures, they cannot go further without you being removed from the equation. So I don't think a case law is Mokhatle versus Premier of the Northwest Province, 2009, confirmed that suspending without allowing the employer to state their side first is procedurally unfair. That could be a leg that probably he will stand on. I don't know. Indefinite.
Does it speak to a suspension?
Yeah, it speaks to a suspension in this case. I think it combines the punitive side of it, where you are suspended. And then the other part is indefinite. If unreasonable duration is given for you to be suspended, then in this case also, they say it's unfair. It's a situation where it's unlawful. Suspension should be as short as possible. Yes, if you give a reason such as that, then you have a reason. Keeping someone suspended for months, sometimes years, without progressing the investigation or disciplinary hearing and considered unfair labor practice.
Okay.
A case law, for example, that you can use is the Minister of Labor versus GPSSBS BC and the others in 2010. A prolonged suspension without progress was ruled unfair. Ulterior motives. In this case, if you are suspended, your suspension is used as a punishment rather than the genuine precaution, e.g., the sideline or frustrate an employee is unlawful. If the amounts to an unfair labor practice under Section 182 B of Labor Relations Act, LRA. Number 5, it's discrimination or victimization. If the suspension is based on bias, whistleblowing, protected conduct, it is an unlaw and challengeable.
If it is whistleblower,
if the suspension is based on bias, whistleblowing, or protected conducts, it is an unlaw and challengeable. So if someone decides to speak without facts, in this case, I think even the commissioner is involved, in a sense that there was a decision taken under his name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that is hearsay. You acted in that manner. And you also said in your own words that it was the instruction of a commission.
He did. Initially, he was hell-bent on saying that he did receive that instruction from the commissioner, and the commissioner vehemently denied it.
So that's basically what they're saying, which I think the books, it ticks some of these things. Yes, you can see the loophole where perhaps they can. I don't know the internal issues that happened upon being suspended.
Yeah.
There could be a process that was given, like right to us, give us.
It's almost like with this application, he's requesting a disciplinary hearing.
He is starting it. He is triggering it. That's basically how I feel.
He wants to be taken through a disciplinary hearing.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody has rights. If he feels like he deserves a disciplinary hearing, then, a disciplinary hearing it is. So he further charged that Masemola had in any case already decided his fate. So he's saying he didn't give him a chance to present his side of the story. He had already made up his mind against him. That's what he's saying. So the National Commissioner has prematurely decided the merits of any suspension or disciplinary hearing, he said.
Yes.
That's how he feels. He feels like Masemola has already made a decision. But then how do you expect him to respond when you went to the media? The first thing you did was go to the media. The way, in my opinion, I feel like there's no regard for the National Commission at all. The first response that Sibiya did was to the media.
It started with the fact that the National Commission is still pondering on how to reduce the powers of the political task killing team. And then upon getting that small window when you are given a chance, as part of your duties also to actually stand in for the commissioner when he goes on leave, then one might say it looks like you seized the chance to actually do more and override what he's probably has not decided on.
Yes.
And I doubt that such conversation would have been between the minister and the commissioner only, without you knowing to such an extent that you would then go further and execute later on, because you were on the hindsight, you did not understand or know that this is just still on the table being discussed as to how to deal with the situation at hand. And you acted, you went further, you did everything as it seems. And as you are also saying, you have been scapegoated. I don't know which side of you we should be thinking about, what we should be looking at actually.
And even when a General Mkwanazi makes the allegations on that press briefing, right? You would think as a normal person who has someone to report to, when the media calls, I'd be like, I'm not ready to speak now. No comment.
Yeah.
Let me first wait for my senior to come to me with these allegations so that I can defend myself for the sake of my work. But there wasn't that appetite, in my opinion.
Yeah, there were things that were said beforehand, and they sort of compromised your one could say integrity, because you were contradicting yourself. You contradicted yourself. I think you still need to defend the position that you took as to who gave you that instruction. Does that person have the mandate actually when it comes to the operation of the police? On top of that, did you know, as a person who works, probably you would know, because I'm sure there are rules that you read before you become these people, big people in the police. So there are a lot of things that we can look at, and then look on the side also. You need to answer as to say, why did you say initially when you interviewed that it was Fannie Masemola's instruction?
And
It sounded like you are doing what you are saying it's being done to you. What is it? Scapegoating. To just say, Fannie Masemula is the one who said this, while it was not the case.
He said that he has already decided the material issues that ought to inform the decision whether to suspend him or not. He did so without affording him a reasonable opportunity to make representations on the issues. Sibiya added that Masemola's allegation that he had gone rogue made him a complainant and a witness. The mere possibility, he says, that I was going to dispute that I deviated from his instructions would have meant that he would have become an implicated person in any wrongdoing that I am alleged to have committed. It was thus inappropriate for him to run any part in the disciplinary process as a decision maker.
But you are explaining exactly what I've just explained, in a sense that you said it's him who gave you the instruction.
I understand. So who does he expect?
Isn't that insubordinate?
It is. And who does he expect to make the decision for him to be suspended or for him to go through any disciplinary process? Who besides the National Commissioner? Who must discipline him? Where is he expecting the disciplinary to come from? I don't understand. This is where I get lost.
It is not clear as to.
It's almost like he doesn't understand that he's not the commissioner himself. It's almost like he's already the commissioner.
He's playing two parts. Deputy and being a commissioner
at the same time. It's very confusing.
It's like he's speaking to himself, actually.
You understand? Sibiya claims that Masemola has violated proper procedures. He said that the National Commissioner has inter alia run a biased process in which he is a complainant and implicated party as well as a decision maker. But there's no finding
as yet. There is investigation that is being done. How can you mix things? A person is biased if there's a finding to say that, yes, you are suspended on the basis of you have done 1, 2, 3. This is an investigation.
And it's almost like he's saying that Fannie Masemola is not the right person to suspend him or put him through any disciplinary process.
Then who?
Who then? The affidavit revealed significant procedural concerns about the National Commissioner's handling of the case. Sibiya argues that Masemola effectively suspended him based on untested allegations which he heard in a media briefing and without providing him with the mandatory opportunity to make the representations. So this approach, according to the legal challenge, means that this disciplinary process is therefore irremediably tainted and cannot be salvaged through subsequent procedural corrections.
Obviously, we are from that direction. There is no remedy for unlawfulness most of the time. We read that there were things that were done in that court of Baloi. There is no remedy when there's unjustifiable situations.
Now, central to the legal argument is whether the National Commissioner had proper authority to initiate the investigation.
Yes, he had. It's like saying the sitting president has no authority to initiate the disciplinary process for deputy president.
And he goes on to say that the only person that may initiate an investigation into the allegations of misconduct against him is a disciplinary officer that the National Commissioner is obliged to appoint and designate as such.
So it sounds to me as saying I wanted more time at the office, even though it was going to happen. That I get suspended, but I wanted more time.
There's this eager desperation to go back to the office that I'm also reading, that he just wants to go back to work.
Press the like button, please. Press the like button. Let's reach 200, guys. We are close to 200. We are close, very close. Press the like button. Subscribe also. I always forget subscribe. Subscribe. Press the like button.
Also subscribe, guys, if you're not subscribed, okay? Highly appreciate it over here. So the affidavit noted that Masemola conceded that he initiated the investigation against Sibiya despite the discipline regulations empowering only a designated disciplinary officer to initiate an investigation. The court papers detail how other senior officials facing similar allegations received different treatment. So there are other senior officials that are at his level.
When
deputy
it's an
commissioner.
urgent situation such as this one, where a person, if given time in the office, can affect the proceedings, what then is the process to that?
Does he understand the severity of the allegations that are made against him?
I'm not sure.
And who else? Because he's also implicating other senior officials. Or maybe he's talking about
other processes that were taken, and most probably could be referring to those ones that seems to be, in a sense, on the side of the commissioner.
He's referring to them, ne?
It seems as if.
Well, Sibiya said that none of the comparators was instructed to stay at home and await an entire investigation process to be completed as I was. There were allegations that they are back at work. They were arrested by IDEC and they are back at work.
Yes.
So he's now arguing based on that you know what, these people are back at work and I am being told to follow a different process. So at the heart of the allegations lies and that controversial disbandment of the specialized political killings task team. Sibiya argues that all actions taken were instructions that he issued and steps that he took regarding the disbandment of the task team. He received them from the National Commissioner's office. The affidavit reveals that the instruction to disband the task team and thereby redirect the dockets on which he was working on came from the then Minister of Police of the National Commissioner on the 2nd of January 2025, and only then to him on the 3rd of January 2025. However, Sibiya claims that Masemola has attempted to distance himself from that particular process. According to Sibiya, a Times Live article from July 2024 quotes Masemola claiming that there are no documents that he had signed which authorized the disbandment, which implies that the deputy commissioner executed the disbandment on a frolic of his own. That's what he's saying. He's saying that Masemola was involved in this whole disbandment process. He's implicating him as well. He wasn't doing it alone. In fact, he was doing it under his instruction. So he's going back to that, to saying it was an instruction that came from the National Commissioner. So legal challenge highlights how the allegations have evolved during the process, and he says initially the focus was on instructions to withdraw case dockets from the task team. However, in the answering affidavit in his application, the National Commissioner has reformulated his complaints against me. The issue became no longer so much about issuing the instruction to withdraw the dockets, but rather I withdrew from all at once and refused to obey his instructions to withdraw them in phases. Sibiya disputes this reformulated complaint, arguing that Masemola not only instructed me regarding the decision to disband the task team, but he also dictated the manner and process in which the disbandment should be effected. In other words, uthi uMasemola yiphixi yimenemene. In other words, he's saying that the whole story that he gave about it being phased out in phases, that did not happen.
So you see, this is what Masimula is saying. You see, when you speak too much, sometimes you are basically saying you are aware now of that process. But yet you went on to disband the political political task team.
It means, he's mentioned it.
Means that you were aware. It's not that you were blinded. So what you were doing it with your eyes open and knowing exactly what needed to happen.
Adding complexity to this case is the existence of a parallel commission investigating similar matters. Sibiya warns that Masemola's decision to suspend and investigate him would render the work of the commission subject to debate.
He has no
as
business
far as
there.
he's concerned.
He has no business there. He can answer to someone who hired him, which is the SAPS. He then can go and answer
At the commission.
At the commission, which is the people that also pays for him. It's not an issue.
Sibiya said that this creates potential double jeopardy, where if the National Commissioner reaches any conclusion after any conclusions or after his investigation and any disciplinary proceedings, he would still have to appear before the commission to be investigated against on the same allegations. Now I understand why Masemola did not want to write forth, suspend him, and also execute the disciplinary process. It's pending this commission. So this commission has hindered that process from happening, because he's right. What then happens if you are found guilty at the disciplinary hearing and you have to attend the commission?
If you are found guilty at the disciplinary hearing and you have to attend the commission, then you go and defend yourself on the commission.
And then you have this cloud over your head that you've been fired or you've been dismissed because.
Yes.
So the case raises fundamental questions about due process, constitutional authority, and administrative justice within the police service. Sibiya's legal team argues that procedural violations cannot be corrected retroactively, and that the entire process must be set aside. The outcome could establish important precedents for disciplinary procedures involving senior police officials and the limits of the National Commissioner's authority in conducting investigations. So the matter is expected to proceed through the courts with potential implications for police governance and accountability mechanisms across the service. So that is it.
That is it.
That is
right.
the whole drama.
Guys, these are very sensitive topics. I know you guys do have a way of going off. Someone requested for me to allow calls. Let's see if that person is going to call.
Guys,
remember,
respectfully.
If you cannot respect the
Cordially.
people that were called on this channel, please respect the channel.
Yes.
Make sure that you protect the channel, because
the
that's the only
channel.
thing that we don't have money to go and we are barely begging you guys to like and all that.
And to join the membership and stuff.
Yeah. So we don't have that
Imali
money
of
to
the
go and
lawyers
defend you.
going to court,
and
litigation.
everything that you say, obviously it belongs to you. You are just having this conversation with us, yes, but the channel and us are also separated to the channel.
And for future reference, should anything be like what? Nah, I'm not doing that whole thing of I will see you in court. Ne? I'm not doing just a caution and a word of advice. I will apologize even if I'm right. I'm not going to court.
I don't know. Let's go on. Let's not even say more. Zansi, hello.
Sanibona.
Yeah, what's up, one?
Mr. Anon Masuyaphila.
Siyaphila mfethu njani wena?
Siyaphila.
Yeah.
Siswesizo uyaphila.
Ngiyaphila ngiyabonga.
Siyaphila. Cha, ngeke ngisazisho. Cishe mhlambe izinto lezi ngeke ngizokusho.
Yeah.
Namhlanje ngumfo waseMagalisburg. Ngicela ukuthi wonke engizokusho akuhlangani nechannel kuumbono wami.
Okay.
Into mina ngifuna ukuyiphawula ngiyanizwe nikhuluma ngakho ngifuna ukuyakukho ngifuna ukufaka ichannel enkingeni. Ngifonela ukuthi ngathembisa ukuthi kukhona engizonithumelela khona mayelana nalo ladaba laseNewcastle.
Yeah.
Emva kwalokho ukuthi umuzamo kumele iqiniso iuniverse inendlela yayo yokwenza izinto engalungile kuwe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a very funny accident emva kwalokho.
Hayibo.
Edolobheni elincane engihlala kule Magalisburg.
Oh.
Okwangithusa kakhulu umuntu esaphazamisana naye kwakuumuntu omkhulu kakhulu.
Yeah.
Ngenhlanhla kwakuneveni amaphoyisa eyidlulelayo.
Yeah.
Kanti izoshesha ibone ngoba ama bodyguard akhe kwakumele azoqhubezela umonakalo. So ngokuhlakanipha kwamaphoyisa bavele bangithatha ke bangisestation ngashiya kanjalo ngingasabonanga ukuthi imoto yami njani umonakalo ube njani.
Oh, phephisa mfowethu.
Kwaba inhlahla ke ekseni amaphoyisa ngavuswa yiwesetholile ukuthi ngihlalaphi. Sahamba ke sawubona ayibeke khona imoto asengichazela ke ngesimo esenzekile nalomuntu esiphazamisane naye. Kwase kungithusa ukuthi emva kube sikhulumele ludaba nakho sekwenzakala into enje.
Yeah.
Angifuni ukukhuluma kakhulu lokho ngoba engisola ukuthi labo laba abangalifuna iqiniso bakhona. Kodwa ke asigoqe igama ebengicela ukufonela mina lokho ukuthi siya understand thina sisuke sibhedela eceleni.
Yeah.
How much more into esingamoshakala ngayo mangase kwenzakale kini ngoba ngithukile izolo ngibona sekunqamuka ku live ngithi mina ngabe kwenzakalani, ngabe laba abantu abalalelayo lapha mhlambe sebenakho ukwenza isandla senhlene kodwa ngiyabonga manje ngende namhlanje.
Yeah, singenile ayikhona le zo network asazi phela asinawo amandla.
Bekwenzeka kudala manje kusekuqalile futhi.
Bekunokwenzeka khona before ukuthi sinokunqamleka nje sinoma kanjani kodwa ke singathanda ukuthi sisheshe esithuke noma sisole cha hayi sithi mhlambe nje yibo laba basinikeza half clash we network
cha kuyezwakala kodwa mina ngiye ngathi kuthiwa ngabuye ngathi hayi man umuntu makumele afa fela iqiniso kulungile umuntu akafi
awu phephisa
ngibongilele elikuthinte namhlanje ngiyakuzwa kodwa mina ngikhala ngento eyodwa
yebo mfowethu
angizukusho amagama abantu angizukusho okuningi uma inyoka isivusiwe guys ama-commission awuvamisile ukusiza futhi ngaye ngasho ngathi there's nothing good that will come out of the commission but into bengishoda mina ngomuntu oyedwa ozovela emva komkhona ngoba yonke lento yenzeka usuka lapha entweni kamkhona bengifisa mina oyedwa umuntu ngeke ngize ngisho ngithi i-channel ngoba mhlawumbe ngaze ibe nenkinga eningathi siyayithanda le channel ngaqala mina ukuyibona isangena ngesonto kuphela mina bengifisa bangakhona oyedwa umuntu ongaqonda nje athi awu naye le ndoda elwa ingathinteki yona lingabiziwe igama layo ukuthi kahle yini inkinga yayo ngoba mangaqonda kuyo mhlawumbe zonke ezinye izinto ingavela oba khona le ndoda yempandla esuke nje yabhoka ingabiziwe yona kungakhulunyiwe ngayo ukuthi yini inkinga yayo kahle ngoba kufana nenyanga ethi mawuye kuyo mithelo besithi hayi lalela bekufike banda ezothi ngawe kodwa mawungafaka okuncane lento singayibuyisela kuyo lo muntu ke uyingozi ngoba uyathembakala emphakathini ukuthi yabasiza abantu kanti yena uyisebenzela yena kahle khona le ndoda nje yebala enempandla uma kungakhona umuntu obese ngaqonda kunje bengacishe kube ngconywana ngoba inazo la izinto ukuthi ngoba iyesatsho
ukhona i-channel e-dissector kamnandi la channel le yalo baba lo owenwele ezimhlophe Johanne Rasmus
umbonile Johanne Rasmus umbonile
i-dissector kamnandi
ngeke ngakubona amazwibela ayo la kuleninye i-app laba abafaka amavideo amafishane bengakafiki kuyo kodwa mina bengifisa ukuthi njengoba seyivusile umkhona zinyamazana amangaqondwa kuyo ngoba nazo nabazophunyula bayophunyula ngayo le ndoda
majosh bathi abanye ngizwa ukuthi bekune conversation no Clement
no JJ Tabani no Sizwe yiyo ne
angazi ngizwe umunye balo Clement athi impela abasekhuluma waseyichaza lento khona ke la uyichazayo ekuchaziso ngazuthi uma uthi uchaza lo muntu mbe ungazi umchaza njengefixer yabona khona beyichaza nje ngolimi lukaMageba ngalalela nje ngasho cha khona ke abantu ke asebevuthiwe emqondweni asebekwazi ukubona ezinye izinto zikude
kunjalo kodwa akasingaze simoshe kakhulu mina bengifuna ukuvezalela nje ukuthi angibalekanga naliyanto mina ngithembisile kuukuthi ngoba i-university yasuke yadedela ezinye izinto zenzeka ngase ngibuka ukuthi uyabona ke uma uthi uzozama ukwenza iqiniso uyogcina ufela into ongayazi
kukhona lokho khona no siyabonga asiyibambe nje khona la
angibonge baba cha asiqhubeke silalele mina bengikhala lokho nje ukuthi angifuni nokuthembisa into ngicine ngayifezi kodwa ngibonile ukuthi no sizawukhanda inkinga eziningi ngoba la kule channel sibaningi siyayithanda kodwa baningi nabalalelayo abangayithandi izinto ezikhulunywayo la kodwa linaqhubeka
siyabonga kakhulu
siyabonga
khona omunye obefuna call sibonge nje kakhulu ngecall thank you very much press that like button we are here for that I like the reasoning Mraul Mtrobel, siyabonga. The calls are open. Yes, you can call for whatever reason. We haven't been having calls, so yes, the calls are open. But we will close if you guys are fine. Lambo Designs, thank you. That means if I finish this list, Nombeko Valencia, thank you. Bonito, thank you. Shau, our member, thank you. Spamanda, siyabonga. Kakulu oti upoli telling unbiased. Thank you very much. Siyabonga. Lempane Peshe. Siyabonga. Cool. Uchuku Ana, thank you very much. Sibiya, Sotobe, our member, thank you very much. Mpo, thank you. Kolani Junior, Kalipi, our member. Oh, thank you. Thank you again. Musa Nkosi, siyabonga. G Moodley, siyabonga. Manase, Modise, thank you very much, siyabonga. Sfiso Sindani, siyabonga, our member. Mamlao, siyabonga, our member. Laura, thank you very much, our member, siyabonga. Abigail, Slabet, thank you very much, siyabonga. Lambo Design, think I've mentioned you. Ambrose Mbata, siyabonga. Kakulu, you are here. Ignatia Jimenez, thank you very much, siyabonga. Mbuso Zibula, thank you very much, sibonga nje kakulu. Tsebiso Mbambo. Tsebiso Bambo, sorry. Hey, our member, thank you very much, siyabonga. Osukubisibonga singesise sakho. Bambo. Thank you very much, siyabonga. Zilungile Shusha, siyabonga. Lulama Srai. Thank you. Good evening, family. Good evening. Good morning. Lindiwe Ngwane. Siyabonga. Lindiwe Ngwane, our member. Sylvia Shabalala. Good evening, siyabonga. Good morning, manje. Sisibona manje. Olebe Heng. DM. Siyabonga. God siyabonga. Olebe Heng. Kabsile Kulu, siyabonga. Nomachule Tyler, siyabonga. Nanjelop, sibonga kakhulu. Press the like button. Brenda Ngema, sibonga kakhulu Ngema. Tsepo Makena, thank you very much. Tsepo Lindiwe, thank you. Lindani Dube, siyabonga. At hello Mzansi, hello Lindani. I guess Bambe Kona. Elisa, thank you very much, siyabonga. Mampo Ramete, thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Ano and Emily. Siyabonga kakhulu nje. Ukuthi nibe nathi when I keep on pressing the like button, and I'll keep on reminding you, obviously. That's what I'm here for, because I can see on my side who has not liked. Hamilton Mazuze, thank you very much, siyabonga. Tobega D, our moderator, thank you, Tobega. I guess Sikhamitsi, thank you very much, siyabonga. Greetings, Emily and Mr. Ano and family, thank you. Osep Diabao Zonzi, I've pressed it straight away. Siyabonga, Osep. Spone Snesby, I've mentioned you. Dia Nimbinga, hello family, came here to just press the like button out the night gang. You just had to do it during the night. Sibonga, cool. Pedro, good evening family. Thank you very much. Pedro. Uncle Nails, our member. Hi Mzansi family. Hi member. Tobani Dube, siyabonga. Gasbon. Ubani simshia, singambalanga. Amelia, good morning to my two precious people. That Sibiya guy must just forget about going back to the office. He was having a lot of time. I'm not gonna continue with anything else after that. Conversation. Blessing Mabena, our member. Thank you. Sibonga blessing. Sibonge. Cute. Sibonge, cute. Good morning, family. Good morning, cute. Risuna. Thank you. God save our member. Sorry, I'm late. No, it's not a problem. You can continue watching. You can watch from the back. Thank you. We appreciate you, member, for being here. Mbali Bembe. Thank you. Siyabonga. Sibonga kakhulu kuwe nje Mbali. Awusibonge nama likes ayanyuka bafowethu. Siba, siyabonga Siba. Good morning Siba. A very good morning kuwe. Sibone ubani singakamsho la. Hayi ngathi iyasidla vote awubheke nje ke sithi siyaphuma itiye ulora lona athi awuphuze nje lapha icoffee. Violet Paul at good morning favorite people. Thank you. Sibonga kakhulu Lona. God bless you. Not only you are a member, you come in. Thank you. We appreciate you. God bless you. May God increase you. Utando Fever. Thank you, Tando. Siyabonga ukuthi ukhona. Press that like button. Yes. Ake sivale ngoba Emily ngicabanga ukuthi okwanamhlanje sikuqedile.
It was
yes, sibonga kakhulu to everyone who was here, who has really participated. Sibonga, we are also getting your WhatsApp, guys. Some of you are just cool to call, might not be liking, but we go read and watch. Sometimes I forget to even press that like button because there's a lot of messages. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Maybe someone saying something. We appreciate your opinions. We appreciate everything that you guys do for the channel. Thank you very much. Press the like button, subscribe, become a member. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, guys. Until the next one, it's a bye from us.